I just wasted $80 by breaking my crimping tool. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why it happened and the fix I plan to do on the next attempt. So, while I did use the correct dies, the problem is I did use the correct size of die. That was my first mistake. And as soon as I broke this tool, I knew exactly what I did wrong. After I created the previous video, which if you haven't already done so, I encourage you to check it out up here in the corner. I could never get this lug to bite down. It's sort of hard to tell in this right here, but there's still a little bit of play with the lug twisting away from the cable. And if you notice on the previous video that I kept having to re-crimp it over and over and over, could never get it to really bite down and couldn't figure out why. Thinking that I am getting old in my days, I got a little bit more leverage with this PVC pipe. And I placed this PVC pipe into the end of the handle of the crimping tool, and I started to bear down on that tool. So I thought, okay, I'll just use this to help it along. Well, that was my mistake. So biggest mistake is don't improvise, as I did that day by using this, by extending the handle of the crimping tool. After I snapped off the head, I started to take a good look at what I did wrong, and you can actually see where the die was. I was actually causing indentation on the head itself from the die. It's very obvious here with the indentation there on that side of the head. I'm sure it's on the plunger here as well. In fact, you know what? Actually, you can see it right there. You can actually see where the die was being embedded into the plunger. That was mistake number 2, is I wasn't paying attention to my tool. As soon as I snapped it off, and as soon as I realized I still had the same amount of play in the cable, I came to the realization that it wasn't the lug that was too big. It was the right size of lug. It wasn't for the cable. It wasn't the tool. It wasn't even the die, the 2/0 gauge die, that was the issue. It was the fact that I went too big on the die. If I would have used a 1/0 die, something slightly smaller to bear down on the copper, I wouldn't have ran into this problem, because the 1/0s are slightly smaller, as you can see there. I could have crimped down on this 2/0 lug using the 1/0 die, and it would have crushed onto the copper cable properly. If I put the two 1/0 dies together around this 2/0 lug, it would have done the trick. I would have been able to clamp down on this lug, reducing the opening from a 2/0 to a 1/0, or at least by doing that, it would have gotten rid of the play that I kept experiencing between the lug and the cable. Here's the 2/0 die around the 2/0 lug. As you can see, there's not really a whole lot of crushing involved. I'm looking at maybe a 1/16 of an inch of crushability, lack of a better word. And like I said, so obviously I had the lug crushed down to the point where the dies were touching, but I could never get a good bite on the cable. And I think a lot of that could be the fact that perhaps the wall thinness of this lug was a contributing factor to this. If I would have had heavier, I guess, gauged copper on this lug, it would have crushed appropriately, but I wasn't thinking. So let's take care of what I did wrong and let's go on and make it right. Take two. Let's see how I go with this time. Hopefully I don't break this guy. I just picked this up from Amazon yesterday without the broken head, and we are ready to go. I've already put the 1/0 dies into the tool, so we are just going to continue crimping that one cable that just wasn't as tight as I want it to be. I'm going to crimp through this heat shrink first to see if hope I don't damage the shrink. But if I have to, if I do damage this heat shrink, that's okay. I can replace it. One thing I've noticed with using this tool is it can get a little bulky. So make sure you have a nice, clean, flat surface to use this tool with. And make sure you give yourself a good grip. And like I said, this is the 1/0 die crushing a 2/0 lug. And as you can see, the dies are not touching. I got plenty of room to work with here. Yeah, I'll have to replace the heat shrink. It's no big deal. But yeah, there's no give there. Let me cut that heat shrink off. Check it one more time. Yeah, there is no twisting, no movement between the die or the cable and the lug. None whatsoever. As it should be. That's perfect. So I was able to take a 1/0 die to crimp a 2/0 lug onto a 2/0 cable, and it's definitely doing what it's supposed to do. So I will be reheat shrinking this connection at this point and then moving on to the next set of cables. I hope you find this video informational. If you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for future video notifications. And also share this video out for others who might be interested on crimping either a 2/0 cable or any size 0 cable properly and with the right tools. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you on the next video.